This month, single-family homes and condos and townhomes median sales price went up, even with interest rates slowly trending upwards as well. On the other hand, inventory also went up as homeowners are starting to prep for that summer selling season. Yet, days on market continue to drop down. What does this all mean for you and what should you do? Find out on May's monthly market update for San Diego County. Hey, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, good to see you back. My name's Ian Collins. I'm a real estate advisor here in San Diego, and this monthly market update, we're going to do a little bit differently. First, I'm going to go through the inventory, the median sales price, and the days on market to kind of paint a picture of what's going on in the market for you. And then we're going to go over the interest rates and how they've been fluctuating, which you all know has been going up. And that lastly, we're going to go over to the 5 different real estate situations. And I will go into each one and tell you which one is the most advantageous and has the best opportunity in this market situation with high interest rates and high home prices, and which one struggles the most and probably shouldn't buy or sell. So let's get after it. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe so you get all these video notifications. And then check the link below to sign up for my 123 Collins Connection weekly mailer. It's filled with tons of great stuff. You get 1 quote or thoughtful passage, you get 2 featured properties, and 3 things to do here in San Diego. So check it out. So first up, we have median home price. Everybody's question that they always ask about, right? From March to April, median home price for single family homes went up by $50,000. For condos and townhomes, it went from $670,000 to $685,000. As you can see there, if you look to the right, it's year-over-year change. What that means is from 1 year, from the end of April to 2024 to April 2023, home prices went up by 15.8%. If you look to the left of the graph, not the year to date, to the left side, you'll see in 2024, this last month in April, median sales price was $1.1 million. Last year in April, it was $950,000, and the year before that, 2022, it was $1 million. So you can see we're still on an upward trajectory. This is for single family homes. We're still on an upward trajectory. So regardless of the interest rate chaos, you can see on the graph right below that, the historical median sales price by month, that we're trending upward. Now on for condos and townhomes. Same thing, less of a drastic increase, but you can see 2024 was $685,000, but back in 2023, it was $642,510, and then in 2022, it was $660. So as you can see for both years, in 2022 to 2023, year over year, we had a slight drop and then shot right back up. So overall, the median sales prices for both single-family homes and condos and townhomes is on an upward trajectory. Next, we have days on market, or how long homes stay on the market before they sell. As you can see, the average days on market for detached or single-family homes was 26 days, 3 days faster than they were in March. And then for attached or condos and townhomes, it was 28 days, which was a day faster than in March. If you look at the left of the graph to see the year over year, next to the left of the year to date, you'll see in 2022 it was 19 days, 2023 jumped 29 days, and we're back to 26. For condos and townhomes, it was 17 in 2022 to 31 days to 28. Now, average, I think, is not a good metric to use when you're looking at days on market because of the vast differences in our real estate market, right? You have these crazy expensive homes in Rancho Santa Fe or La Jolla that anything over 4 or 5 million takes way longer, because think of the person that's buying that versus the realistic, 1.5 to 2 million and below, which sells much faster. So I like to go by median days on market because it kind of gets off all the outliers on both sides. So I did the calculations for you guys, and the median days on market for April for all homes was 14 days, drastically different than the 26 and 28 days. For single family homes, it was 13 days, so right around half of what the detached says over there. And for condos and townhomes, it was 15 days median. So once again, that's taking out all the outliers on both sides and focusing on median, which gives you a better idea of how fast homes are really selling. So with that in mind, you can see that homes are selling in about 2 weeks. Priced correctly, your home's flying off the market. So if you're looking to buy a home, you have to move fast. If you're looking to sell a home, realize that you still need to price your home correctly. Otherwise, if it's outside of those days on market numbers, buyers start to question what's a matter with your home. And that's a question that you never want to have if you're selling your home. Next, we have inventory of homes for sale. If you've been watching my monthly market updates, normally I give you the number of homes that were sold in the previous month, but I guess after feedback, and once again, this is for you guys, it was easier for you guys to digest the total amount of numbers of homes for sale or inventory. So with that being said, for April, the total amount of inventory for sale for single family homes was 2,084 homes, which is slightly up from March 2024, which was 1,958. For condos and townhomes, it was 1,280 homes for sale, which is a slight uptick from 1,206 in the previous month of March. If you take a look at the left graph, the blue and red, blue being single family homes, red being condos and townhomes, you can see the trend of homes over the last 3 years. So we're slightly higher for single family homes than we were in 2023, but slightly lower than in 2022, which begs the question, if you look back at the median sales price for each one of these segments, you'll see it was 1 million back in 2022. It was 950K for single family homes in 2023 and 1.1 million this last month. So what that brings to question is that although supply of homes for sale goes down, the median sales price also went down with it, which kind of counteracts the basic economic principle of supply and demand. Usually when supply is low, demand's high, prices go up. My refute to that, or my argument to that, is that I think the median sales price of homes is also dictated by the number of homes being sold, because there was less amount of homes in 2023 being sold, therefore it affected the median sales price of the homes. But you see, as we kind of creep back up, even though we have less homes for sale or less inventory than we did in 2022, we're already surpassing it by $100,000. So just, if you're a numbers geek or econ freak, take those numbers into consideration and kind of ponder them and how they interact with each other. Next, we have a bonus metric, month supply of inventory. So what this metric shows you is the total amount of inventory divided by the average pending sales over the past 12 months. This metric, without getting wrapped around the fence around it, basically what it says is if it's above 6, it's a buyer's market, below 6, it's a seller's market. So as you can see, we've been in a seller's market for a long time. So anybody that's trying to mess around and say, oh, this is a buyer's market, tell them refer back to month supply of inventory here in San Diego County. Now, this might not affect people in Texas and some of those other third world states, but here in San Diego County, we're heavily in a seller's market. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Next, everyone's favorite or least favorite topic, mortgage rates. As you can see here, this Freddie Mac's weekly tracker of the national weekly average for mortgage rates. As of the time of this recording, May 9th, the weekly average for 30-year fixes was 7.09%. For 15-year fixes of 6.38%. If you look down at the graph, last week we had kind of hit a top at 7.22% before getting a slight relief. And you can see, if you look at the graph and scan left and right, we hit kind of a peak back in October 26th at 7.79. And then our valley was back in January 18th, 2024, when we went to 6.60%. What does this all mean for you? Nothing. Stop tracking it. Every guru that's trying to tell you when to time the market, do all that, is wrong. The only way to time the market is when you are financially ready. For example, if someone had bought a home back in October 26, 2023 with a 7.79% mortgage, they could have already refinanced it to 6.64%. But the other thing, when they bought back then, no one else was buying because everybody was scared, trying to wait for the interest rates to go down. So bottom line is, just buy something that you can afford, or do the math on what the equity or proceeds you get from selling your house can purchase you. Do that math, figure out where you're at currently. Does it work? Does it make sense? Let's do it. If it doesn't, then you shouldn't do it. Now, this is my last segment. It's giving you advice based off the 5 situations there are in real estate. As I've always told all of my clients, real estate is situational. Everyone's financial situation and real estate situation is different. If you're looking to buy a home versus looking to relocate versus looking to downsize, upgrade, whatever, it's different. So what I did was come up with the 5 most common real estate situations. I'm going to give you advice based off of that situation. If you know which situation or segment you're in, go down to the contents below and I've outlined each one so you can fast forward to the one that suits you. First, we're going to start with the least advantageous or least leverage in this market. People that are looking to buy a home that can't truly buy a starter home. Who are these people? These are the people that have family requirements. Maybe you have 2 or 3 kids or something where you can't truly buy a condo or studio. They're the ones that are really going to struggle because the home prices are increasing faster than your income is. And the longer we wait, the more expensive and the market's going to run away from you. But on the flip side, we can't necessarily just buy anything because you and your partner can't go buy a studio because you have 3 kids. So you're in the worst, arguably the worst predicament in this market. And finding a solution would be potentially expanding your location, maybe thinking Riverside or something that's a little bit cheaper and expanding your drive. But ultimately, I feel for you guys, this market is the roughest on you. The next segment that's really struggling in this market is people looking to upgrade their home. Maybe you did everything right. You bought a home 5 or 10 years ago. You've maintained it. Equity has increased with the value of the home. You've never missed a payment. You've done everything. And now it's time. Maybe your family size is growing, or you got a better job. You want to get a better location, whatever. You guys are in a negative position, or not the strongest position, because although your home has increased in value and therefore your equity, so did the other home prices. And what's really screwing you guys over is the interest rates. You bought 5 or 10 years ago, you have like a 3 or 4% interest rate. If you have a $600,000 home, $700,000 home, probably paying $3,000 a month for your home. Now, say your home's now worth 1.2 million and you have 600,000 in equity, and now you want to go buy another home that's a little bit bigger than yours and maybe in the same neighborhood. You realize that now it's 1.4 million, 1.5 million, and then although you have a substantial amount of equity to put down on this house, the mortgage payment is going to be probably double what your current mortgage payment is. So I've been seeing a lot of homeowners in this predicament, in this situation, choosing to stay in their current home because the notion of upgrading to another home is 2 to 3 times more expensive per month than they were currently are at. I feel for you guys in this market. I understand your plight, and people that are looking to motivate you to do it, once again, take a hard look, get pre-approved for the amount, do what we call as a war game, see what your mortgage would be. Your mortgage is double or tripling to get another bedroom. Just stay in the current house. It just does not make sense. The next segment is right in the middle at number 3, and that's people looking to downsize. You know, all your kids grew up and they moved out the house and you have all these extra bedrooms and you want to downsize to something smaller, or your forever home, maybe a single story, so you don't have to go up and down stairs. You have a ton of equity in your home. You probably lived in it for a long time. You're in a much better position than people looking to upgrade, or people that can't afford to buy a true starter home. But still, because of the interest rates, it is not as great of a position as you normally. You guys, along with people looking to relocate out of San Diego, are in the strongest position in here in San Diego, because looking to downsize, you have less competition because you have so much money down, or people looking to relocate and go to a third world state, easy day. But in this situation, because interest rates are so much higher, you're in a less dominant position than most people looking to downsize are normally. You're still going to have your mortgage payment. You have to be really, really focused on what your mortgage payment is. Most people looking to downsize are closing to retirement age. Maybe you want to move to Oaks North or over here in Rancho Bernardo. So just make sure that you're going to be in a dominant position. You're going to be looking for homes that are smaller, that all those people looking to upgrade are going to want to sell. You're also going to have a substantial amount of equity that you're going to be able to put down. So make sure you talk to your tax person or whoever to ensure capital gains or whatever doesn't get you, and you can invest in the most equitable or financially responsible way. But once again, it's not like years before. Now, if interest rates were lower, you'd probably be at the top of this list. But because interest rates are in the 7s, you have to potentially put down more than you would, or pick a smaller home in a less nice of a neighborhood. Next, coming number 2 at the second most dominant position, it is people looking to buy a true starter home. This is single people, or maybe you and your partner. You have nothing that's holding you back. You can live in a studio downtown. You can move out to La Mesa, to Mecca, wherever. Size does not matter, and you can truly buy a starter home. You are in such a dominant position right now because interest rates are high. So if you financially can afford it, you're gonna have way less competition for a starter home. All the people with family and kids and requirement and size requirements of rooms and number of room requirements, they're not going to be competing with you, because you can just go get a 1-bedroom and they're not going to compete. So people that can truly buy a starter home, you guys are in such a dominant position. I put you guys in at number 2. If you're financially ready and it makes sense, definitely pull the trigger if you can. Coming in at number 1, which is normally number 1 in San Diego, homeowners looking to relocate out of San Diego. If you're looking to sell your home and move to a third world state like Texas or Florida or one of the Middle East states, you are in the most dominant position out of all the other categories. You sell your home here, you'll have enough equity to probably buy an entire village in Florida. The world is your oyster. Do whatever you want. Go there, check it out. Make sure you know where you're moving, or maybe you have family to go experience it. When you live in California, we get soft. We don't experience weather. We don't have a lot of things these other states do. So it might seem cool, but before you pull the trigger and move out of our glorious state, just go there for a week or 2 and catch a vibe. But Ultimately, you are the most dominant position. You can sell your 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo here and buy a mega mansion in Texas. You will be more than fine. I have no worries about that segment. With that being said, if you want to capture the most amount of your equity, check into my flexible listing program. I'll put a link below so you can capture as much of the equity as you need to put into your dream home in that third world state of Florida. Okay, Florida's not that bad. So that's all I have for you this week. Thanks for watching. If any questions, please click the links below. If you want to check how much your home's worth, or you want to sit on a phone call with me and ask me specific questions, all links below. My name's Ian Collins, and I will see you next week.